The F1 2026 season is kicking off this weekend down in Melbourne, Australia. So to honor that, let's take a look at each team and their watch sponsors and rank them on this tiered list. We're going to start at the back of the grid and work our way up to the defending Constructors Champion, McLaren. So it's lights out and away we go. And we're going to start off with Cadillac. They are the newest team to join F1 and are the first new team since 2016. While all the news around them may be exciting, they have a great duo to watch in Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. They don't have a watch sponsor, so unfortunately, they're going to DNF this list. Now, I'd like to take a break from this list to thank our sponsor for this video. Oh yeah, that's right. There are no sponsors. Back to ranking we go. Now, one of the teams that actually competed last year and in last place was Alpine. Their car was an absolute tractor on the racetrack. I hope they turn it around this year because I do enjoy watching Pierre Gasly, but their partnership with Moser led to some of the nicest watches on the grid last year. This year they've released the Streamliner Mechanic and Driver Edition in blue and pink, and last year they paired up with Pierre Gasly to drop this stunning Tourbillon Streamliner as well. All these watches are beautiful. They go in my P1 position. These next two teams unfortunately have to finish in the DNF spot because they don't have a watch sponsor, and those two teams are Haas and Audi, formerly known as Kick Sauber. While unfortunately there's no watches for me to grade, these two teams had some of the most amazing moments of last year, with Nico Hulkenberg's podium finish at the British Grand Prix and Ollie Berman securing P4 at one of the races. Hoping these guys get watch sponsors soon so I can move them up the list. Now we have a team that's going through a lot of changes, and that is Aston Martin. They added Adrian Newey to the staff last year to try and turn this thing around and bring some wins and maybe even a world championship back to Aston Martin. On top of that, they swapped out their watch partnership with Gerard Perregaux for one with Breitling, and Breitling dropped an absolute banger of a watch, the Navitimer B01 chronograph. This thing honestly kicks you know what. So I'm going to put these guys P3 because I need to see some more of the watches that Breitling comes out with, but I like the direction they're going in on and off the track. Up next, we have Racing Bulls and Tudor, and this watch sponsorship is a match made in heaven, especially when you consider that Racing Bulls is their sister team and owned by Red Bull, and Tudor is a sister brand and owned by Rolex. It's honestly just perfection. On top of that, Tudor has released amazing watches every year that they have this partnership, and they currently have some delicious Black Bay chronos and a Black Bay ceramic watch that I would wear any of these any day. I'm putting these guys P3 because I think they're just a steady, reliable partnership. Up next, we have Williams, and they do not have a current watch sponsor, but at least they're trying. They have a licensing agreement with Undan, who released a few watches last year designed after their car. Before that, they had a brief partnership with Bremont, and then from 2003 to 2018, they had a long relationship with Oris. So because of that, I'm going to put them in the P5 spot. And hey, maybe Oris, you want to come back to F1? The eyes are all on it thanks to Drive to Survive. Just saying, I would love to see an Oris on the wrist of Carlos Sainz or Alex Albon. Finally, we're getting to the contenders. Up first, we have Ferrari, also known as the Tifosi, and their partnership with Richard Mille. Now, RM does not really do it for me, but this partnership is one that works so well because of their shared values. They're both pushing towards that innovation, and that allowed RM to build the thinnest watch in their collection, the RM01 Ferrari. So I'm going to put these guys at a P2 to respect that innovation and the history of Ferrari. Next up, we have Red Bull and Tag Heuer. Red Bull had a very turbulent season with some low lows and high highs, but ultimately, Max was not able to defend that driver's championship. On the flip side, their watch sponsor had an amazing year. They became the official watch of F1. Now, when it comes to this partnership, I think Red Bull should look to find someone new, especially since Tag sponsors the entirety of F1. But it's who we have for this year, so I have to grade it. I'm putting them at P4. Up next, we have the Mercedes-AMG Formula One team and their partnership with IWC. This partnership goes all the way back to 2013, and honestly, I don't think they've missed with a single watch release since then. I don't know if it's that Petronas green that gets me every time, but I am in love with all of these watches. I honestly think We're going to see these a lot on podiums this year on the wrist of George Russell, maybe even with him holding up a driver's championship this year. I'm going to give these guys a P1 position because I think they are 10 out of 10. And finally, we have McLaren. Back-to-back Constructors champions and home of Lando Norris, the reigning world driver champion, and their partnership with Richard Mille. As I mentioned before, RM is not my cup of tea, but I read more about how this partnership came about. I understand it. RM himself said he was inspired by the carbon fiber molecule of the McLarens back in the day, and you can see that design language in his watches today. Now, I wish the team I supported had a brand that I aspired to own one day or could even own one day. But with that being said, I'm going to put these guys at a P4. It may be low, but hey, at least it shows I'm not biased to my favorite team. So that's the checkered flag on my F1 watch tier list. Take a look at it in its entirety and let me know your thoughts down below. And get excited because it's race week, baby. Let me know who you think may win the Drivers' Championship this year and who your dark horse is. And if you enjoy watch content like this, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe for more content to come. See you guys later.